Nikon Oscar Lima India commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols. Touchdown complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Hi everyone, this is Commander Oliver Hardy. As you may have known when I was called in there, Oscar Lima India. So, I am now in an Asp. This is my second account, and quite a bit of progress has been made over the last few days. A couple of days ago, I was in my Eagle, and I was doing NITIS runs in order to accumulate enough money to buy an Asp Explorer and to be able to kit it out for deep space exploration. It took me maybe 5 or 6 NITIS runs to accumulate the money, which was, or the credits I should say, which was, my target was 50 million. I ended up with 51.8 million. And what I can say about NITIS is that it works. The only two caveats are the skimmer missions don't spawn too often, so you do have to wait. And yes, you can actually wait for the mission boards to refresh and find you may just get the one skimmer mission, maybe even none. So it was quite a long waiting game, basically logging in and out of the game all day, stacking missions, and then executing those missions. The other caveat being Burroughs installation, which does have a ship there protecting it, but I found that if I attack the base while pointing also towards the ship, nose to nose, that once I destroyed the skimmers, I would be able to boost away in the opposite direction that that ship would be taking off in, and that would provide me with enough distance on the second boost to be out of weapons range, and then I could just point upwards and super cruise out and then restart the whole procedure all over again. But we got there in the end, and once I attained the money, the credits, I bought the Asp Explorer and I kitted it out, not for exploration but for doing, well, kind of what I would call resource work, in order to get all the stuff I needed to come here and obtain a grade 5 FSD increase. Now I've already unlocked Felicity. I did that before, so I didn't have to go through any of that, but I did have to do wake scans in order to get atypical disrupted wake echoes, strange wake solutions, eccentric hyperspace trajectories, and the slightly more rarer data mined wake exceptions. Now, I also had to have some cargo in the shape of insulating membranes, modular terminals, energy grid assemblies, and magnetic emitter coils. I have all of those on board. So once I'd done the high wakes, once I'd done the got myself all of the cargo. It was then a case of coming to a planet that had arsenic, because I needed that for the grade 5, but I also needed manganese, phosphorus and carbon in order to get the previous grades as well. During all of this, in order to get things like chemical processors, chemical distillery and chemical manipulators, they come from transport ships, which meant targeting things like T7s, T9s, and, as I came to find out, a Diamondback Scout, which is where I got the chemical manipulators from. But I didn't do that alone. I called in the help of a fellow commander, that being Commander XLA, who came to my rescue once again. So massive thanks to Commander XLA for that. And basically he came down to the system of MEIRI, MEIRI, I think I've got that right. And that is an anarchy site. So we were able to look for T7s without fear of bounty. And I had cargo on me, so I was being targeted every time I went into a resource extraction site. So Commander XLA was my backup. Once we were winged and we were in the res site, it seemed that I wasn't getting targeted as much, and I was able to track down any haulers or T7s, which were quite infrequent, but we got a few. Getting the chemical processors was not too bad. The chemical distilleries was fairly easy, but no chemical manipulators were happening. In the process, I did get engaged into a fight, and I lost my shields. And then through my own fault, I was paying attention to some part of the hood, my dashboard here, and I didn't see that I was about to collide with an asteroid, which wasn't too clever, seeing as how I already had no shields. The upshot was I did lose the ship, and so yeah, I got destroyed. But that turned out to be an advantage, because it meant, although I lost my cargo, including modular terminals, which I'd come by through a mission, now I could go back into the res site and be scanned, and I wasn't a target anymore. So I was a lot freer. And I thought, well, let's try and get these chemical manipulators, and then I can go and redo all the cargo stuff later. And what happened was we decided to forget the resource extraction site, and we went to a nav beacon. I can't remember if it was in the same system. It might have been in a different system, but we went to another anarchy site, which I think was, yeah, we did. We went to another anarchy site, which was also agricultural, as the chemical manipulators are indeed agricultural items. And we sat at the nav beacon. Couple of Type 7s came. We blew them up. No manipulators. But then I went after a Diamondback Scout. Took him down. Some of the kills were obviously helped by Commander XLA. Or we took on wings together as well, which was fun. And when I destroyed this Diamondback Scout, it dropped chemical manipulators. And it didn't just drop one, it dropped two, so I had everything in one go. And then I set about going to the markets I needed to go to pick up the other cargo. The upshot of it all is that I now have everything, I think, unless the blueprints have changed. I have everything to go to complete grade 1 and go all the way up to grade 5. And I should have enough to have 6 rolls of the dice on an upgraded FSD range. So, here we are. And I have to be careful that when I go to grade 2 that I'm not going to be going for I'm not going to be going for the increased FSD range. I'm going to be going for the light, whatever it's called. Anyway, so here we are. I was also advised very wisely by Commander XLA to stock up on sulfur, which I did, and that way I could at least do, at the very minimum, I could get upgrades on my engines and power plants, which both just require sulfur, I believe. So I did that. In fact, I can show you here that I managed to accumulate 400 odd materials here. I did get the arsenic, and I managed in that process to get, look at all this yttrium, and we know how rare that is. I just got loads of it on this planet. And yeah, tungsten 30, 36. I haven't done any housekeeping here yet. I've done a lot of sulfur there, as you can see. Phosphorus, plenty of. Niobium, nickel. I mean, look at this. Iron, manganese, just tons of it. But no housekeeping on this yet. In the data, I got everything that I needed here. And the purpose of this all, I should probably point out, is it's going to be either Saturday or Sunday, so the 12th or the 13th next week, when I am going to be setting off and eventually ending up at Sagittarius A, and then maybe moving further out or further across, I don't know. But this will be my Sagittarius A run, and I will be doing it under the Oliver Hardy account, and that way I can leave the Rusty Dog account in the bubble or doing whatever it needs to do, and I can spend all my time, because there'll be no time pressure with this account. So I don't really envisage me coming back into the bubble with this account until into the new year. And I don't know if you caught that, but here's my rankings as of now. My balance is 22 million. That despite the fact that I have assets of 53 million, because of course I've got the Asp here, and I also still have the Eagle. So the two things I need to do then is increase my frameshift drive, and then take the ship back down to Dear Guandry, where I bought it, and refit it fully for my exploration trip, and then I'm done. And that is what this video will cover. So to get started then, we need to do the increased wow. Hold on. Okay, I slightly had a heart attack there, because I thought that what was required here was something different. And it's not. This is correct. So I need to do 2 more of these to get to grade 2, I believe. So I'm going to do this. The results don't really matter. So well, we got a good one there. So let's just do that. Oh, what is my thing now? Okay, so 28.7. It was 26. It's just gone to 28 because of that. So it'll probably be somewhere in the high 30s, and then once it's kitted out into Explorer, fully Explorer mode, it should get into the 40s. That would be the plan. I think I need to do another one of these. No, I don't want to pin the blueprint. So view the cost and go. And we can discard that. I probably should accept, actually, although I don't suppose it makes any difference. Okay. Yep, that's because I'm not going for that one. I'm going for the... Is it shielded? Let me just have a look at the one I was going for. Grade 2 carbon, shield emitters and insulating membrane. Yeah, it was shielded then. What was the other one that I said it was? Light. Ah, it can't be, can it? Sorry. Okay. Shielded. So now we need to do 3 of these, and as you can see I've got just enough insulating membranes in which to do that. I've got the mouse here, I'll probably do it with the mouse. So let's do these. We'll just accept all 3. And that gives us 34%. In fact, there is a quicker way to do this, isn't there? There is a quicker way to do this. I keep forgetting it, but we'll just do a try again. Okay, and I'll apply that just for the sake of it. Now we should be at grade 3. Now we're back to increased FSD range, and as you can see I have enough for 3 goes, which will get me to grade 4. Isn't this fun? So 3 goes of this. This is number 1. I don't know what that message is. But anyway, try again. And try again. Okay, and we can apply that. Now we have grade 4. Let me just check what that message was all about. Oh, of course, I've unlocked another engineer. Handy stuff. Commander XLA is online again. Okay, back in then. So all going to plan thus far. There it is. And as you can see, we've got 3 goes on this. And I've got plenty of manganese and eccentric hyperspace trajectories. So, but only 3 energy grid assemblies. I ditched one of them because I've only got a 16-ton cargo hold on this. So I had to be careful how to store everything. So let's go for this one. Now let's try again. Let's try again. And we'll accept this one. And that way I can gauge it against the number 5. So we've got that. What's my current jump range? 34, not bad. So I reckon we're going to be probably getting 38, something like that. So let's have a look. So I've got 5 goes really. Oh, I must have spent an arsenic on a previous upgrade. Although I don't recall that happening. Okay, I guess it must have done. So now you can see I've got a much smaller window here, but I do have did I use up an arsenic on a previous one? No. So how come I've only got 5 arsenic then? I picked up two loads on the planet, which would have equaled 6. And I did show you this earlier that it did say 6 in here, and now it's 5. What have I done? You don't need it for that. You don't need it for that. And then I did the grade 2 shielded. You don't need it for that. And you don't need it for that. So where's that 1 arsenic gone to? That's very strange. Right, so now this isn't just a case of just trying again. This is now we want some results. Okay, so I'm going to apply that one. That's going to be my baseline. $37. So now we're going to see if we can improve on that with the rest of the goes. There is room for improvement certainly on everything except integrity. So let's hope we can get that. I really don't want to have to go and mine some more arsenic. Oh, this is terrible. Try again. Okay, optimized mass counts for everything. Better thermal load, but the mass is down 14%. I'm still going to take it though, because the optimized mass will overrule that. Come on, give me a good optimized mass. Ooh, yes. Oh, that's a good one. I don't think I'm going to get better than that in terms of optimized mass. And the integrity's dropped 7%. I'll take that. Thermal load 7% better still. I'll take that. I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm very happy with that. What is my jump range? 39. It's easily going to pass 40 then. Well, I've got one more go. It's not going to yield a better result. I seriously doubt it, but I'm up for it. What's happening here? Are we about to lose connection yet again? No. Okay, obviously I'm not going to be taking this. 14% down on optimized mass. You've got to be kidding. And I can't try again because I've lost an arsenic somewhere. Okay, fantastic. Power plant then. Overcharged, 1 sulfur. She only does grade 1 anyway, so let's I've got tons of sulfur, which is, I got it specifically for this purpose. So let's burn some sulfur off. So let's apply that. Okay, and now let's go to preview outcome and see if we can better. Oops, not quite. You tried, but not quite. I nearly did the wrong one there. But I've got wise to looking up here before I generate. Okay, I'll take it. I am looking for good heat efficiency as well. That would be cool. So we've got room for improvement in the top and bottom, but the integrity looks like I'm not going to be able to better that unless I get a secondary effect. Try again. Okay. Power capacity down 1%. It's kind of what I want. This is the one I want to be in the blues though. So try again. And again. I'm not going to use all the sulfur doing this, believe me. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't know what my power capacity was before, but it doesn't matter because it's all going to change anyway when I re-outfit, because this is there's a lot of A-rated stuff in here which isn't going to be on the exploration ship. Let's have a look in engines while we're here. I'm going to do clean drive tuning because I'm looking for a better thermal load, and if I can get a nice optimal multiplier in the process, and I did. Power draw is down, but I've just increased that with the power plant. Better thermal load, better multiplier. Let's apply that. I don't even know what my previous top speed was either. But again, it's an exploration ship, so I don't really have to worry about it. I don't have samarium, I can't do grade 2. I don't have that. What about here? I don't have a power converter either. In fact, my cargo should be all but empty. 2 magnetic emitter coils. Well, I'll be getting rid of those, which should put me into the 40s. I'm already just about there. I'm not going to ditch the mag emitter coils quite yet. Okay, now we definitely have room for improvement here. That's not good enough. I want to see lots of blues. No, 2 blues. I want to see at least 4 blues. There you go. Everything's been bettered except optimal mass. So I'll take that. Has that altered my jump range? No, it hasn't. I think the mass of these things will be probably a little bit too insignificant really to alter that. So what have we improved here? We've improved integrity, we've lost thermal load, we've improved power draw and optimal mass. It is the multiplier though that gives you the speed increase. But I've got better. Yeah, let's do it again. My optimal multiplier is actually pretty good. I've still got 24 sulfurs left, and they're so easy to come by as well. Ah. But no, I'm losing out too much on thermal load. It's not too big a deal. Not for exploration. And the optimal multiplier is only 1%, but you can only get here by having a secondary effect. The thermal load is 10% more. The thing you do a lot of in exploration, of course, is field scooping. And this all counts towards your ship's thermal signature. It's not good enough, is it? I'm going to try again. Maybe do another couple of goes. Another few goes. Can't see me doing this forever. Got 21 sulfurs still. Try again. No. As I said, the only way I'm going to get a better optimal multiplier is via a secondary effect. Otherwise, there's no way it's going to be anywhere near good enough. I mean, the best I can hope for without a secondary effect is 106, and I currently have 109. So I really don't think it's going to better that. No, I'm going to give it another couple of goes. I don't think we're going to see anything here. No, not really. The optimal multiplier is the main one here. See, here I've got worse optimal multiplier and even worse thermal load on top of that. One more go then. Okay, so we can discard that. Is there anything I can do in engines at stage 2? I don't think so, because I need a commodity which I don't have. Power plant again. There is room for improvement. So let's burn off some sulfur here. Have about another 7 goes or something. Wow. If I drop 1% in capacity, it doesn't matter because I'm going to have enough already. Heat efficiency has dropped 1%, but the integrity of it, that can help, I suppose. Now, you know, sometimes maybe, let's say you make a mistake when you jump into a system and you're, say, I don't know, 10,000 light years away from populated space, and you jump out of a system and you don't stop the throttle quick enough, and you do the emergency stop on the star, and you will lose, you will get some damage on your power plant. My question then is if I have more integrity of my power plant, do I have less chance of losing damage, or will I lose less damage? Because this is something that the auto field maintenance unit cannot repair. And look, I'll be dropping from 22.8 to 22.6 and 0.42 down to 0.42. So I am gonna take that. I am going to take that. I do think that the integrity is going to be more important than a 1% drop in power capacity. But we'll use a lot more sulfurs up here. I've got 11 left, and see if it can give me some. It's the secondary effects I'm relying on now. Oh wow. Oh my god, the integrity just went through the roof. Excuse me. Trying to have a little snigger there and it turned into a full-blown cough. Holy of holies. The problem is my power capacity has gone down to rubbish. But it's still enough. That is enough power capacity there for what I need. Look at the integrity. Right, I'm currently at 78% with A-rated stuff. I am going to take this, you know. That integrity is amazing. I'm sorry, but I'm having it. Now, that's dropped me from 78% to 84%. That's quite significant. But I don't mind if I get an integrity of somewhere between this red and this marker. If I can get somewhere in there and have this in the blue, I'll take that. I don't know if that's going to happen. Wow, look at the power capacity now. That's gone through the roof, but this has dropped. This is the problem. That'll put me back down under the stock amount. Isn't this the stock amount, this one? I'm not sure. But this is beautiful. Oh, God, decisions. This is such a... I mean, 12 and 12, they're going to be the same all the time, I think. And the only time they're ever going to change is... Oh, I don't know if they're going to be the same, to be honest. Bloody coincidental, though, isn't it? But this was beefed up to 12 because of this. That is a brilliant power capacity. That is awesome. I'm going to have to reject it. I know there's probably some of you out there going, what are you doing? I need the integrity to be boosted by a secondary effect and still be in the blue. I'm probably not going to get what I want here. It's power capacity versus integrity. Right, if I settle on this, I will have gained 1.59% integrity, but here I'll have gained 8, and I'm running out of sulfur. Oh, which is more important? I probably would have to go down to Diaguandri and re-outfit the ship and see where my power capacity lies. And if I decide I need more, I'm going to have to collect more sulfur, which is easy to do, and then come back here and play around with this. Or do I have an engineer that can do grade 2 power plants, and then I can go there and just settle for a grade 2 instead? Try again. I have 4 left. I need a secondary integrity. Well, now then. No, not good enough. I'm not going to get this, am I? I didn't think I'd use up 36 sulfurs here, but there you go. Nah. So I've gone for integrity over usage here. But as I said, it's not going to be 84. And my jump range is 39.93. So I'm going to now make my way over to Diaguandri, and I'm hoping that Diaguandri's got everything I need to outfit this ship to the exact specifications I want. And then if my power plant is good, then we are good to go. So I will be back when I am at Diaguandri. Right, here we are then in Diaguandri at Ray Gateway, and I'm going to now go to outfit the ship for exploration mode. Now then, here's the thing. The modifications I've just made to the frameshift drive, the power plant and the thrusters are all well and good. But the power plant and the thrusters I will be taking off, at least temporarily. Now the jump range down there says 40.11, and while I was in flight it was actually 41.5, so there's been a slight change there. I'm not quite sure why that is. But anyway, 40 for what I'm going to need in exploration is good enough. But I want to see what the difference in the jump range when I put the D-rated thrusters and power plant on. Wait a minute, am I putting a D-rated? No, the power plant's going to stay the same. Sorry, I got mixed up with power distributor there. Yeah, the thrusters are going to come off and be replaced with Ds. And I want to just see how much of a jump range difference there is. If it's very minor, then I'll keep the A's, because I'd rather have modified A's than D's, if I'm honest. If there's not too much of a difference, you know, if there's a light year difference, It doesn't make too much of a difference if you're, but it just means that for every 100 light years that I travel, I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, if I'm losing a light year on every jump, then every 100 jumps, I've lost 3 jumps. That's what I meant to say. Take me 3 more jumps every 100 jumps. So it'd take me 103 jumps to do what it would normally take 100 jumps. Not a massive deal when you're going to be out there for a long time anyway. So let's get down to the outfitting then. And we'll compare what I've got now. Oh, I'm not going to go there. Okay, so of course all this is coming off. There isn't going to be any hard points. Once this is done, by the way, if I'm satisfied with the ship as it is now, it's going to stay here in Dear Gwandry for the week until I'm ready to go. So I'm going to sell all of the hard points. But like I said, even with the hard points and all the A rating stuff, the fact that I'm already getting 40 light years jump range is pretty good, and it's certainly good enough for me. I'll be happy with anything that's 40 plus. Anything above that's a bonus, because like I say, the differences the differences aren't that great. And I'm not putting any pressure on myself when I go out there, time-wise. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to be out for a month, I'm going to be out for 2 months. I'll be out for as long as I'm out, and I'll be back when I get back. And it's just as simple as that. So I could keep these on for defense if I get interdicted coming back, but I plan to stop off at the very first port I come to and then start fitting the weapons out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell that, and I'm going to outfit it exactly the way I have it. I'm not going to start changing my mind and, you know, trying to second guess myself here. So I am going to put on, if I can have them here, yeah, is 3 heatsink launchers, because they dropped the quantity a while ago. Used to be three heat sinks per unit, but now it's only 2. So this will give me 6 heat sinks, which I'm hoping will be enough in my, because it's a long journey. So onto the core then. So what is staying? Well, the power plant is staying. The thrusters are going to go, but I'm not going to sell them. I'm obviously going to store them. And I'm going to replace this with, in fact, what I could have done, I could have kept those on and then done the change at the end. But it doesn't really matter now. So let's go and buy 5Ds if they have them. Okay, so now I can swap in the store between the Ds and the As. The power distributor is now going to become a 4D. That's going to inhibit my ability to use boost repeatedly, but not a big deal. So I've got ADA, DDDC. Does that match here? ADA, DDDC. Okay, we're done. Optionals. This changes completely. We're selling the 5 fuel scoop. This bit I know what's going to happen here. I'm going to sell this. I suppose doing just a browse would have been the same thing, but a 6A fuel scoop, if you have it, please look at the price of this compared to my balance. 24 million, but I have to have it. I have to. Oh my god, my balance just went down. But this is why I went and got all that money. I got it. I calculated I had about 3 or 4 million. I would have 3 or 4 million left over. It's 8 at the moment, but I'm not done yet. I'm going to see what we're going to get next. So next, in the 5 slot, the only 5 slot we have is actually going to be a 4 slot item, which is the planetary vehicle hangar. Now I've got a choice here. I've got a choice of power or weight, and I'm going to go with weight because I upgraded the power plant. So let's stick a couple of scarabs in there. I think for the fact that I'm going to be going out for so long, and the fact that I'm going to be prospecting on surfaces and looking around, I'm probably going to want to once again pay the quite expensive £13 to get the SRV liveries, unless I can just get the vibrant ones. I think I just want to get the vibrant ones on their own, and I'll have probably a white one and a red one, or a yellow one and a green one, whatever. I have two separate colors. Actually, I can have a white Asp and a blue and a red scarab, and that way I will be flying the colors. So it allows me to have another hangar here. I've got 3 SRVs here, but yeah, I'm going to sell that one. So what's going to happen now is we're going to put, if the Guandry has them, 2 3A AFMs. Last time I went out with only the one, but of course they can get damaged too, and they can't repair themselves. I'm just going to hold off on that for now. The plan is to have two AFMs so that they can repair each other. But I'm just going to hold off on that for the moment. Okay, so the next thing obviously is shields. So shield generator. I just clocked what my jump range was. It was 47, and if you look up here, well, if we go back, look at my jump range at the moment, 47. That thoroughly and comprehensively beats the Asp Explorer that I have under the Rusty Dog account, which is 45.6. So, wow. So shield generator, we're going to get a 3A. Now this will cope with a mass of 413, and if you see my current mass, it's 395. So we are well within that. And of course here, I'm going to sell that because for some reason my brain wants to have the advanced discovery scanner in before the surface scanner. Can I afford it? Yeah, the surface scanner is not that expensive, is it? No. Okay, so we've got an advanced. So the only thing is here now, my jump range is 46.5. So it's getting back towards the Rusty Dog Asp Explorer. So if I stick another AFM in there. Look at my balance now. Now this is getting very, very dodgy because my balance is 1.7, and that might have gone over my rebuy cost, and that's going to put us in trouble. So what I might have to do is leave this ship here, grab the Eagle, go back to Naitis and do one more run and get maybe another 20 million in one run. That'll take me about a day to do. I won't do it today. I've got other stuff to be getting on with today. But there you go, 46.5. Livery, I haven't bought any yet, but I will be buying them. I think it's the White Apollo. I think that's the one I'm after for this. So I'll do those. Let's have a look where we are on rebuy. Ooh, this is not good. So I am definitely not going to take this ship out at all. My power supply, as you can see, is no problem whatsoever. So this can be on 1. So we're good. Okay, so the question that I wanted answering was, I've got 46.5. If I change the thrusters to the ones that are in the shop, oh, insufficient credits. What are you talking about? It's storage. There we go. 45.1. So I'm losing 1.4, is it? 1.4? My boost speed now is 432. So, yeah, I've lost 1 light year. 1 and a bit. Per jump. So, as I said, for every 100 jumps, I'm losing 100 light years. Which, in this configuration, is 2 and a bit jumps. We'll have to call it 3 jumps. So if it takes me, I don't know, 800 jumps to get to Sagittarius A, for example, then I'm going to be losing, it's going to take another 24 jumps. So it all mounts up. But I don't need these thrusters. These thrusters are only when you're in normal space. The only time I'm ever going to need them is launching from a planet, taking off from a planet after doing some prospecting. And I only need 2 boosts and I'm already in Super Cruise. So to be fair, I don't need these. And I've put derated this, that and the other just to get as much weight as possible. So it wouldn't really be fair to put these on, because I'd rather have a probably derated thrusters and a 4A power distributor. You know, I'd rather have that probably, because it might give me better shield replenishment, for example, if I drop if my shields go down for some reason. Not I don't mean down as in, you know, offline, but if I lose a couple of shield rings. So I'm going to go with the Ds. And I'm going to store the A's. So I knew my balance was going to be on the on the very limit there, and it certainly is. So into the fire groups then. So I have an advanced discovery scanner, and all this is controlled by keys. So that's basically it. I've just got that one thing. And my ship is ready to go. 46.53 jump range. You know, I had to put this interface brightness up because it was only when it's on the maximum here that I could see, you know, when you're approaching a Coriolis starport, and you haven't got it facing the right way, and you need to find out which side the entrance is on. And then on the holographic image there, you can see the arrows pointing, so you know where it is. But the moment I put the brightness down to where I had it about halfway, look how difficult those arrows are to see now. I could barely see them. So, and I don't want the interface to be too bright, especially if I'm going to be using this ship for long distance stuff and, you know, going many hours with it. So I want the interface not to be bright. I've got 99% hull for some reason, even though I have a repair here. What's this all about? What's this rubbish? Everything's repaired. I've got 99% hull. Or 99% something. I don't know. No idea what that's all about. Obviously some kind of glitch. But it's not one I'm happy with. I'm not going to set off with 99. I'm assuming it'll get resolved by the time I switch back. So, it looks like I need to do an hiatus run, because I want to have enough money for at least 2 or 3 rebuys. I know not to go out without rebuy money, because if I do, I'm back to square one. So I've got to travel a long way up to Naitis now. In the Eagle. That's not going to happen today, but I will have a look and see how far I've got to go. I could do some mission stacking throughout today and get that done. But I've just become allied with these people, so I should get some well-paying missions. I only need to take 5, 6, 7 missions, maybe 8, whatever, or even just 10 missions, and then just go and do those. Probably make around 10 million, and I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy to have 10 million in the bank, and then just be ready to go exploring. So, how many jumps is that? Oh, only 13. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. I might as well make my way up there now then, because then I can start mission stacking. Want to make sure I've got my scoop. I do. Right then, so that's it. My ship is ready. The planned leaving date is November the 12th, but that is my birthday, so I don't know what other commitments I'm going to have on that day or how it's going to turn out. So it might have to be postponed until the next day. But either way, next weekend, Oliver Hardy is setting off. So until then, I'll see you around. Bye bye.